Going live to YouTube now.
Okay. I'll check out the tube. YouTube.
I did something. I just didn't put it in the doc.
All right.
I played a sports game about the best
fuck.
sport.
Football.
No.
It's not hockey, is it?
No.
Well, I don't know what the best sport is then.
Here,
Basketball?
I'll type it in. No, I didn't play that either.
Basketball?
No.
Basketball.
Man, it's not showing up.
Yeah, it is.
Live. Man, it's not showing up. Fucking balls. Hurry up. Hurry up and show me live, bitch.
It's live.
It's not, according to me.
Sure is.
I haven't gotten a notification. I'm on YouTube. I'm on the Bite Industries page, and it's not here.
What else did I do?
I can keep talking
So
now.
it's worked. What did I do?
I don't know. I'm just saying we can keep talking.
Tomorrow is December 1st.
Try hitting refresh because I got
What else happens tomorrow?
I have hit the refresh a few times.
You have even another homework?
It's just not showing up for me.
Calendar?
I'm on the Bite Industries page, and it's just not here.
I have it, but it's not
on
playing.
the main. It's on the main page now. Okay, I can hear. I can see it now. All right, let's listen. All right. Ooh, my peas are popping now. All right, Matt, can you talk? This is John talking in his normal voice. Matt, go.
Hey, this is Matt talking in his normal voice. YouTube's just not fucking working for me right now. So that's cool. But as long as John can see it, that's fine.
And this is me talking.
That sounds pretty good.
And now I'm screaming, but I'm talking like this now.
I'm going to talk loud. Ha, that's hilarious. Oh, my God. I got to pop my peas off to the side. I don't know. I can't tell. I can never tell. TJ's probably too loud. Matt was always too loud.
I am too loud. I'm always too loud.
All right. Here we are. Again. Back again.
Here we go
Shady's back.
again on our own.
Tell a friend. All right. Okay, let me listen to this. All right. This is me talking, Matt. Go.
Hey, it's Matt. It's your boy, Matt.
All right, TJ.
I am an amateur of the Rubik's Cube.
All right, let me listen. Everyone, silencio.
The fuck is happening?
Matt, are you on studio? Just to verify.
I should be. Hold on. Something weird is happening. I have lost some of my mouse control. Why can't I? Okay. I think my audio program is fucking up. Okay. Check. Let me check that. Yeah, I'm on studio.
All right, I just wanted to verify. To make sure. All right. So. All right. Do you guys have stuff ready for the doke?
Oh, no, not at all.
I see the Matt has nothing. Oh my God, Steve. This is what the cats do when I sit at my computer. They just stand here and yell at me. Not like I do this all the fucking time. let's go down to the lobby. Let's go to the lobby. Let's go to the lobby and get ourselves some snacks.
I'm gonna go live to Twitch.
Sounds good. Dun 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 dun. Ba ba ba.
Ba 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 da beep beep ba doo ba doo doo.
Ba 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 ba.
They're multiplying.
Oh,
I
shit.
pre-ordered. I pre-ordered what's its name? Xenoblade
What?
Chronicles for some reason.
Why would you do that?
It happens when they talk. They go up top.
TJ, was that a
glitching.
bad idea for me to pre-order that?
I don't know if I'll play it. I haven't played any of the previous ones. It's probably good, but
I played the Xenosaga games on PS2.
I just have a feeling it won't sell as much, so it'll probably be pre-owned cheaper, quicklier.
Wow, TJ.
Clear? Quicker. Not Mario Odyssey.
Well, I had a $10 gift certificate burning a hole in my pocket.
Fair enough.
And Best Buy was like $12 off. So it's basically like $40 flat or like $38 to get it. So I was like, all right, I'll buy it. God damn it. All right, let me share this tweet salad out. Twitter.com. Twitter.com. All right. Live recording. Episode 292 of Born in the 80s. Ooh! Alright, so that's going. I'll put the link in. And then put a bunch of hashtags in, baby. Signs. You're a real adult. Hashtag spiced moves. Hashtag Charlie Brown Christmas. Oh, hashtag got ham. Hashtag
I think he fell off.
earthquake. Hashtag but first of all. Hashtag I stand. Hashtag I
Hashtag
kneel.
kneel.
Gotta have both sides.
No. It's hashtag take a knee.
The take a knee.
It's take a knee.
Take a knee. Thank you.
Where should I take it? Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
I'm so depressed.
Take a knee, my ass. That's a country
Yeah.
song.
Go to bed.
No.
Whatever you gotta do.
Was versus Dal. Man, you get a lot of hashtag salad now.
If you put anything up. You should add
Taxes.
people. You should add random people.
Death. All right,
Yeah.
Add Spanky and Ewan.
At the real Donald Trump.
Oh God.
Actually, it's
Who's
just
got the
POTUS.
most popular Twitter? Like Taylor
not talking
Swift
about
or
Mario Odyssey.
something?
At POTUS. At Flotus.
That's Mario's cereal. Should we talk about Super Mario cereal?
Sure.
Fine.
At,
I'll put in my stuff. No!
at Mario. Let's just do at Mario.
At Mario Vitale.
At Mario Batali, thank you.
At
Ha,
Hamill
okay.
himself.
At Hamill.
Yeah, that's Mark Hamill's Hamill himself. I think
Okay.
he'd be a fan.
Okay. Tweet salad complete.
Let me retweet this and then log off of Twitter for a week, hopefully.
For until next week, in which you're forced to go on there. Ooh, I added myself, so let me just retweet that on the Born in the 80s official account.
Signs
And like
your area l'adult.
Yep. All right. I think we're ready to start anyway. What were you going to say?
I don't know. What was I going to say? What's FLOTUS? First lady.
Duh.
I don't know this crap. I know SCOUTUS.
It's first scout.
Yeah, it's the Supreme Court of Grout. Us.
Blurp.
I like
Butter. Blurp. Blurp.
Blurp, 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 blurp. I would recommend never to get a sinus infection. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Don't.
It's a thing that you shouldn't do.
I don't like
do
it.
that. Why would you have done
I
that?
wouldn't
I
recommend
can't believe you've done this.
I know. Okay, I think we're ready to start, Matt. If you want to pause that for a hot setch.
Oh, let me get onto Twitch. You're all good. Just go.
All right.
There we go.
I like to have a big pause. Because it's easier to edit. Okay, ready? Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 292. I'm your host, John Dangero, joined by my co-hosts.
I'm your host, Matt Dangerhag, joined by my co-host.
TJ Non-Dangerous May.
Oh, you're just safe?
I'm cautious.
TJ
Are you
Safe
safe
May.
mode for
Cautious.
humans?
Yeah, you can
You
tell
can't
me
be too
something and I'll
cautious.
forget it. I'm safe mode. Or wait, no, that's incognito.
Yeah, you're incognito.
Tell me
mode.
something, I'll forget it. Yeah. Tell me something,
Yeah.
I'll forget in the next 10 minutes.
Oh, wait a minute. You're for when I want to search something that I don't want to show up my internet history.
Did you want to see Futanari?
I don't know
I don't
what
even
that
remember
is.
what that is, but it's probably bad.
Females with penises.
Oh.
I mean,
I guess that's
whatever
not
you're
that
into is
bad.
fine by me.
I thought that would be like women cutting their heads off porn.
I thought it would
I'm
be
sure
something with
exists.
tentacles, which I guess it kind of is, depending on your definition of tentacle.
That reminds me of there's a fetish for holes
Ah,
that
yes, I've seen
randomly
that,
show up on the body.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've heard of this.
Is
makes
it
me
like
cringe.
tricket? No, wait.
your body just gets covered in holes.
What's that fear of holes?
Oh, I just
Triphobia.
got
So is it like tryptomania?
Probably.
tryptomania.
No, philia. Philia, I think, would be the suffix
when
there.
Tryptomania is gonna run wild all over you.
There's a lot of
No.
bad photoshops when you search trypophobia.
Why are you looking
Trypophobia.
this up? It's not gonna go well.
Does anything come up when you search up triskaidekaphilia,
I don't know.
which is the love of the number 13?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't
Triska.
know.
It auto
Deca.
completed for me after Tris.
No,
So-
not phobia. Philia.
Oh, phobia. Yeah. Okay.
Tris. I'm gonna look at what this is that has autocomplete for me.
An Urban Dictionary
Tristana
article
build.
comes up.
League of Legends came up for me when I searched. What's that?
Oh, that reminds me. I signed up for Reddit Secret Santa, and
Yeah?
my Secret Santa pal really likes League of Legends. So
So you had to get him a League of Legends something?
I don't know. It's really daunting to try and like get a Secret Santa present for a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Based on the description, I was like, "Is this Adam?" But it's not, because it's some dude from not Adam State. It was like anime, anime girls. Oh, not Adam. Okay.
Fair enough. How's Adam
Man.
doing? We haven't talked to him in 2 weeks.
I don't know. I haven't
probably
seen
been
it.
napping. Sorry guys,
I was gonna say 2 weeks, but that was the Spanky show.
Yes.
Spanky Ewan show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you them for coming on.
Spank you them. Spank you and them. Huh. No, that doesn't work.
No, it's close. It's close. Let's workshop that for another 25 minutes.
Yeah,
That-
that'll
And
be a
that's
good
the
show.
podcast.
Guys, would you like to
Yeah.
hear about I'm looking up horrible Reddit right now.
Oh no!
Okay.
Please tell us.
So we were looking for bad communities ever since r/incels, you know,
Yes.
in a way. I am
Yep.
at r/seduction.
Okay. That
Which-
is
Oh,
it.
that-
Mostly just like shitty what pickup artist type stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all POA stuff.
Guides, learning pickup. Oh man, wait a minute.
That's
Billy's
related to Red
Guide
Bull.
to Learning Pickup. Oh man, we're in here. We're in deep, boys.
I don't want to be
Um,
in deep.
Let's look at life hacks. Some Pua life hacks here.
No.
All right.
Go to
This
shitty
is
life hacks. That's a good one.
Submitted 5 years ago. Hacks/pro tips/bro tips. So I've had this idea to start a thread about tips and tricks that aren't directly related to bagging whatever girl you choose, but kind of are. There's a sentence.
That doesn't.
English
None of
teacher's
that
proud.
means anything.
Things you can do when you're not out in the field in order to make your life in the field, well, easier. Please feel to chime in and add anything you'd like to this list. If it gets big enough and doesn't suck, perhaps we can get it on the sidebar. Oh, it's on the sidebar now. Over the years, I've learned a few things. This Reddit has 258,000 readers. Just so you know. Bedroom. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Keep your place clean. I don't mean it has to pass
I mean,
the
that's
white
not bad
glove test
advice.
at all times. But shit, keep it in order, guys. For me, it's always better to go to her house when it's time to get down to business. We know that's not always possible. A nice looking pad goes a long way in getting you to your goal. And the goal in this is not to have a relationship, but to just bang someone. Alright, here we go. Would you guys like to know more about the bedroom?
Sure.
Yes.
It's already making me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Here we are.
Tell me how to
Your bed is-
bedroom.
Your bed is important. Invest in it. I've had many women
With
Wait, no,
Casper
sorry.
Matthew,
I've had-
Casper mattresses.
I've had many women ring me up to ask to stay the night at my house because my bed is so much more comfortable. A bullshit excuse to get in my bed, but not one I'm complaining about. High thread count sheets, a decent looking bed frame, and an incredibly comfortable mattress make a world of difference. Besides, you spend a third of your life on that thing. Don't skimp. To go along with this, the music. Pillows are important. You should have at least 4 of them, with matching pillowcases, and for fuck's sake, make sure they're not old as hell. I have 2 firm, 1 and 2 soft and fluffy ones, no matter what. If she stays the night, she's comfortable. On a related note, make your bed before you go out for the evening. Honestly, I generally don't make mine because I'm kind of a lazy fuck. But every time I go out, I do. When you bring someone home, every little thing helps. The bedroom. Have an extra pair of gym shorts handy. This is what I typically sleep in because they're damn comfortable. Some women like to sleep naked. Some like to sleep in just their underwear. Some like it with green eggs and ham. Some will ask you for
Women
something.
are people who like various different things.
Every girl I've ever tossed a pair to has told me they're going to steal them because they're incredibly comfortable to sleep in. Plus, sometimes girls just look insanely cute in guys' clothing. Yeah, so this is the worst. Okay. This is the worst. There's like 1,000 more things here. So this is the worst, but like the funny part is that like this is like when those Silicon Valley like startup companies like backwards walk their way into something that's existed for years. Like when they're like, oh, we've invented a thing called cohabitation spaces where multiple people live in one building and share like a bathroom and facilities. And then it's like, oh, so Silicon Valley has invented roommates. Great. That's
Sweet.
good. This is like the
It's
pickup artist community has invented acting like a normal adult person that people want to be around.
Cleanliness and chores.
This fucking cat. He's fucking walking on the banister like he's going to knock off the fucking router and just plunge me out of the internet. Sorry.
Do you guys
yes,
wanna?
so-
Do you wanna help me pick out a gift for my Reddit Secret Santa?
Okay.
I think I don't remember what the price limit is, but I think it's about $20, something like that. So here's the likes and dislikes. I like to play League of Legends. I enjoy Final Fantasy VII and many other
Okay.
Japanese RPGs. I watch a lot of anime. This is the point where I thought it might be Adam. I play a lot of board games, like what you would see on Board Game Geek/Tabletop. I also
Yeah.
enjoy eating caramel and cheddar popcorn.
Okay.
To work myself into a salt and sugar coma. I love Japan. Went there for 3 weeks. Loved everything about it. If you could provide me a house and job in Japan, I could die happy. So I can't do that.
Okay.
What else is relevant information?
To get him on a boob pillow.
A boob, like a waifu pillow? I feel like
Yeah,
you might already have that.
Let me get a wife anime body pillow. Boom, eBay. Done.
Favorite foods?
Overwatch.
Eggs Benedict, cookie dough, caramel and cheddar popcorn mix.
There's a lot of Overwatch body pillows. Guess that's a thing.
Are they
You
all
get the-
Mercy?
This diva body pillow is very, very not wearing a lot of clothes.
Which television show would you like to live in? Shokugeki no Soma. Does
Okay.
anyone know what that is?
Shoko Geki.
Is that Food Wars?
I would like to mention that anyone that mentions an anime by the Japanese name and not the English name and they're writing in English is a terrible person.
That's why I'm like, I can't get anything anime themed because, like,
You're gonna get
he's
the
gonna
worst
be
shit.
picky about it. Like, here I got
Yes,
you
that
this
is-
this old
that is
copy
Food
of
Wars.
Cowboy Bebop.
I was right.
Yeah, for sure. It's Food Wars.
Ah,
It's a really not well, but like very popular show. But it's kind of like one of those things that it's like, I don't know. That's the thing that always bugs me when people like trying to use Japanese language when they're speaking English, and the only thing they like say in Japanese is like the title of something
Boku no Hero Academia.
because it's the only Japanese they know is the name of the series because it's spelled out. Anyway.
It's not Naruto, it's Naruto.
Yeah, well, Naruto's easy because it's just a thing. That's just the name of the character.
Mhm.
But most animes don't have crazy. A lot of animes have English names, like Attack on Titan. People don't call it what the Japanese is because the Japanese people call it Attack on Titan. Because it's like, I'm sure. I guess I don't know. I don't know how that one is. You could get him some anime stuff. I don't know. Get him get Food Wars anime stuff. Food
Here, I
Wars.
got you these Food Wars. This
Well, no,
caramel
give 'em
cheddar
a-
popcorn Food War brand.
Well, do you think this guy like cooks? Because like
I don't
Food Wars
know.
is like a cooking anime. so-
Food Wars anime merch.
Oh, there's merch here. I see an
Let's see what
eBay
we got
supplier that has an apron that a character wears for $10. I mean, that could work.
Does it have different sizes?
Probably not. I don't know what size is he. Does it say?
T-shirt size men's XL.
Oh, so he's not a large man.
Just give him my clothes. It's fine.
Yeah, TJ, do you
get
have
him
any
a
old like
wall scroll.
freebies from the store or something? Like,
Oh yeah, there's a Food Wars sexy pillowcase.
Is there Food Wars board game?
Probably
Sex-
not.
Okay, Food
There are a lot of sexy
Wars,
Food Wars
body pillow.
things.
I'm gonna have to open up this door so no one can see what's going on if I'm going to be searching this.
This is the worst, man. This
Why
is
does
terrible.
Google need to know my location for Food Wars body pillow?
All right, we're done. We're done with this. It's time to go
No, I
back
got
to
it.
Reddit/seduction.
Anime Shokugeki no Somo Nakiri Arena Dakamakura hugging body pillowcase cover.
Yep.
Oh,
Wait,
this
Daikon?
is dirty.
Is there like a,
Do this on your own time, Matt.
is there
I
a
need your
radish in that
anime
picture?
expertises.
I don't have any. I've never seen that show. I've heard of it.
See, all I have is memes, and half of it is just this.
Is there not like a Food Wars cookbook? That would be cool.
No,
the
but
problem
there
when
is
you
a
buy
binging
gifts
with
for
Babish
fans.
cookbook.
That's the problem
there
though
is.
when you buy like stuff for fans, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, well,
Here, we got you this
probably already have all
thing
this.
that you either already have or don't want.
Uh-huh.
So, enjoy. You guys
Yeah.
both watch Binging with Babish, right?
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen
it's
that.
good stuff.
I want that cookbook. I have it on like, and it's sold out on Amazon, so I have it on an alert. I want it.
I
I want to learn how to make
care
some.
less.
I want to learn how to make some movie stuff.
I already know
Movie-
how to make
food-
it. He shows you how to do it on the videos
Yeah, but that's like,
and his website.
guess.
Brought to you by Squarespace. Anyway, let's get back to the r/seduction. We're done
I
with the
don't
bro
want
tips,
to.
life
It
hacks.
makes me
pro
feel
tips.
uncomfortable.
Let's talk about this guy. 3 months in, former 22-year-old virgin. 2 they guys down. RN, you can do it.
Okay.
I don't know what this. So I'm assuming that's 2 the guys who are down right now. You can do it. Hi. Felt like thanking everyone for the responses in my post, because life is so much better now than 3 months ago. At the start of this school year, I was a 22-year-old virgin who felt like something was wrong with me. I'm funny, decent looking, and I like to say smart. I'm also 5 foot 4 inches tall. There's your problem.
Also, he's probably not that funny. Well, at least not as funny as he thinks
That's
he
an
is.
issue here. If you're on Reddit r/seduction, you're probably already not funny. Unless you're on here for the lulz like we are, and then anyway. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get girls to even kiss me. I only had 2 kisses up to now and nothing else. No girlfriend ever. I had no confidence in myself, terrible self-esteem, and I thought I wasn't worthy of these girls. But since I didn't think I was worthy, why would anyone else? I read Corey Wayne's How to Be a 3% Man book, and it changed my life. I also watch his YouTube videos and come here for specific advice. This has not been posted by Corey Wayne as an advertisement for the 3% Man book that exists.
I feel like this was posted by Corey Wayne.
This is the best fucking sentence of all time. I have now been getting my brains fucked out by this hot Asian in my class, and she is so into me. I really
Okay.
hope she finds this post. And it's like,
Congratulations, dude.
oh, I'm glad I'm a hot Asian to you. And not just this hot
Like
chick.
a person.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you tried installing a secret button on your no, never mind.
Yep, but just put a secret button on your desk. Oh my god, it's like the worst thing to say that. Like, I'm just gonna say this. I don't want to be like a PC police here. When you refer to someone as their race, and not like their race, because I'm gonna say probably there's like an 80% chance that this girl he's speaking about is not Asian, but just an American whose parents are both Asian. So when you say that, It's not very good. Anyway, I found
Yeah.
out that what I was doing wrong and took action. That action has grown into confidence. It's mainly not doing the things that turn women off. So you can focus
weird.
on turning them off. What? This guy. Okay, like there's no way that you're smart if you can't even type a sentence out. I was neurotic before. Well, I mean, if you're a neurotic short guy, it's pretty easy to get like really young Korean ladies.
You just have to be a really good film director.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt, for picking up on that. And it's taken a lot of self-control to get those thoughts out of my head. I also have 2 other girls that are interested in me from school, but I'm happy with the girl I have now. She's probably going to ask me to be in a relationship. Something the girl should bring up, not the guy, says Corey Wayne, and I'll accept. I also have so much hope now that I can become who I want to become in all aspects of my life. I feel worthy just because I'm me and no one else can be me. Well, that sounds nice. Thank you guys for all the responses to my posts. It has paid off huge for me. And then like 2 years later, fucking bitch dumped me. God.
No, that'll be on the red pill. Is that still
Yeah,
a
that'll
thing?
be on. Oh God, I don't even want to think about it.
Still around. See, I think the more severe version of this exact same subreddit would be the subreddit PUA, which is pickup artists.
That
or
doesn't
pickup
exist
artistry.
anymore. That was
Oh,
destroyed.
that got destroyed too?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
it get too
I looked
rapey?
for it. It got a little too rapey. This
Does
is like the
FPUA still
worst.
exists?
This is like the worst thing ever. Like,
You know what's
like-
actually the best Reddit subreddit? r//
r.
unethical life pro tips.
so
I just joined that the other day.
okay. So can I just give you this Reddit/seduction? This is my new Bowels of Reddit segment. This is Reddit's r/seduction review. Todd Valentine is back! Exclamation point. New winter game course. This is like what all pickup artist community is like fucking dudes like doing like how-to videos on their websites or like books and shit and selling people in reading these things that turn out to be like our life hacks, like make sure you take a shower before you go out. Like, okay, good thing to learn. Like
It's all just con
like,
artists.
they're
like,
literally
just taking
preying
advantage.
they're literally preying upon like these, you know, usually like people that are a little bit, you know, quieter or introverted and they have low self-esteem, and they're literally playing on their low self-esteem to hawk them merchandise, basically. Like, buy
Yeah.
this book and I'll teach you how to do this shit, you know, like, because you need to learn or else you're going to be alone forever. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's taking
that's the worst
people
Reddit.
that may already be prone to like overthinking situations and giving a bunch of rules to them to overthink, and just like compounding the problem. At least that's what it was for me about a decade and a half ago. Not that I ever paid attention to this.
Yep. Anyway, so it's like, do you want to hear something real good that's close to home from my second favorite Reddit before we move off of the bowels of Reddit?
Sure.
Okay.
This is r/child free,
Oh,
and this will hit close to home. American Players Theater sticks to its guns on child policy. The American Players Theater in Wisconsin puts on multiple plays a year by famous playwrights, spelled incorrectly, because they didn't make it one word, up to and including Shakespeare. It's mostly Shakespeare. You have to order your tickets almost a year in advance. Not true. A few years ago, they made a new rule banning children 6 and under to go into effect the next year. I order my ticket the next year, and I'm told about the new policy. I arrive at APT and see signs everywhere informing me of the policy. The shuttle stops in the uphill path that lead to the outdoor theater have signs posted with the entrance to the path even having a no stroller sign on it. Once I get near the seats, I feel something big ram against the back of my legs. It's a huge stroller with a baby in it. Mom pushes the stroller into my legs again, and I glare at her. But either she doesn't notice or doesn't care. I love how these people are always like really insulted and furious, but they wouldn't do anything to ever talk to anyone about it.
Yeah, they're just
'cause
quietly
they know
internally raging.
Yeah, well, it's because they know if they said it out loud, they would look like a dick. So it's like, oh, I just gotta look mad and hope they get the thing. I finally get to my seat, and the outdoor lights start to dim, except for the ones focusing on the stage. Then I see some kind of commotion going on in the middle aisle entrance. Oh, here we are. Stroller Mom is throwing a tantrum, yelling at ushers because they won't let her in. She's screaming so loud that the entire theater can hear her. She's screaming about how she's a single mom and couldn't get a babysitter, and ushers are being so mean because it's just a baby, and so on. And is told that she can't bring the baby in only because of the policy, but because the stroller would obstruct the aisle the actors need to use. Stroller Mom says the actors can just use a different aisle. Okay, this is getting a bit into the point of being ridiculous. Now go. She seems to realize this tactic isn't working, so starts saying that it's age discrimination to not let babies in. That's a good call. The ushers simply tell her it's policy and don't let her in. Now Stroller Mom wants a refund. Ushers tell her that tickets are non-refundable, and she should have been informed of this when she purchased her ticket.
This guy took really detailed notes.
Finally, Stroller Mom says she's not moving from that spot until she gets a refund. At this point, the play has been delayed for about 10 minutes, but they begin to start anyway. So that's it. The best part
to close out our Reddit segment, I have a selection from our unethical life pro tips.
Sure.
Put your Christmas trash in your neighbor's bin so they get robbed instead of you.
That's it. This is a good one. I actually like that the American Players Theater has a no child under 6 policy, because you can't bring a baby to a theater.
Yeah.
No.
At least
Come on.
get one of those special purses that people put dogs in. Put it in there instead of a stroller.
Oh my god. I'm sorry that one wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I just saw it was the American Players Theater. How is this submitted 2 hours ago? It's fucking 30 degrees out. This happened like 4 months ago for this person. Anyway. That's so weird that the person would even make it up there with the stroller, though. Like, I feel like someone would have stopped him. Anyway.
I choose to believe that most of the stories that people write on Reddit are not true.
Yeah.
A good amount, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So,
moving on.
So I want to I want to talk about a game I've been playing.
Okay.
I'm going to describe it in the most abstract terms possible, and then I'll tell you what it is. If you look at the doc, you've seen it, but this is more for the listeners. So imagine a game where, at least as much as I've played so far,
in a world
where
Wait, I got some
everybody
sounds here.
is just taking advantage of you.
Oh. That's
The entire game, they're trying to just use your dream, your desire to be the best, and just take everything away from you for their own personal gain. But yet, even though you're starting to figure out that that's what people are doing, your dream is too important to not continue.
Yeah. You gotta go on.
You gotta go on. Which game would I be talking about?
I don't know.
Pocket Camp.
Let me think. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that's coming out.
I haven't played that.
You're an anime boy.
I am an anime boy, but that's a whole different thing.
I'm just gonna guess without looking at the doc. Golf Story.
Without looking at the doc.
Without looking at the doc.
Yeah, definitely not looking at any docs. Golf Story or possibly Super Beat Sports.
Well, you have no clue what Super Beat Sports is, so.
Or Super Mario Cereal. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Don't, Matt, you're spoiling all of our topics.
Yes, please don't. It is Golf Story.
All right, I've heard of this on the Switch.
Yes, so it's kind of in a like a 16 or 32-bit pixel graphic style, almost like you're playing a Game Boy Advance game. I mean, it's very close to the mechanics from the Game Boy Advance version of Mario Golf, but a whole bunch of weird crap. You know, it starts off, you're like 6 years old, you're golfing with your dad, he's teaching you this, and that, and then 20 years later, you're just
a
a
classic
bum.
tale.
Yeah, you're just a bum that's left your wife in order to be like, I'm gonna go try and
Achieve
so it's
my
the Tiger
dream
Woods story.
of becoming a pro golfer.
Yeah.
You got no money in your pocket, and you just go to this place.
Yeah, and then you get run over by a woman who you cheated on in your driveway, and then
Was that before or after he ran into the tree drunk?
oh, he ran into the tree drunk. Thank you. No, I
Yeah.
think he had a woman chasing him with a golf club down his driveway once or something, something like that. He had some instances.
And that man went on to golf with the president. So don't underestimate. I mean, despite all of our failures, fuck.
Against all odds, you can golf with the president. He's doing it almost every day. So he's got to have somebody to golf with.
Hey, whoa. Getting too close into political land.
I'm
so
just
TJ,
telling
this
the
is
truth, man. The guy loves to golf.
this is basically like a golf RPG, right?
Is
Yeah.
straight up a golf RPG.
I've heard it's
all
really
of the
fun.
like fetch quests, kind of questing stuff, all of the skill quests you expect from a golf game. It's a lot of fun, and all of the characters that aren't you are so unlikable.
Oh yeah,
It's great.
everyone's a dick.
Everyone's a dick.
Just like
Everyone's
real
from
golfers.
r/child-free or r/seduction.
R/slash
It's probably
golfing.
more from like r/apathy or r/.
I'm really sad that r/incel's gone.
You know,
God,
they've
that was
spread
the
out to
worst
infect
stuff
everything
ever
else.
to read. And they removed it.
There's
I
still
loved
Forever Alone. It's not as bad, but
That sounds good though. That's like a more depressed and less like rapey, right?
yeah. It's more like a nobody understands me kind of subreddit.
Nobody gets me. So it's the teenager Reddit.
r/emo.
Is that a thing?
Oh man.
Oh man.
I don't know. Is it?
Oh, this is good.
R/emo is a thing. Let me just check one thing really quick. And
Guys, would you like to know one of the hottest posts on r/alone, Forever Alone? You'll never
what
meet
is it?
someone one day. You'll meet someone one day. It's such a huge lie. No way in hell I meet someone with romantic interest in me. Lol.
yeah.
You just read these all in the Eeyore voice.
Forever
I always
Alone. I
get
used to
treated like a
subscribe to
child for being a
that
virgin.
specifically to remind myself not to like spiral into that mindset.
I always thought the virgin being treated differently was a high school college thing and would get better with age, except it doesn't. I have a small group of friends ages around 25 to 30, which is surely an improvement since I was friendless before. Obviously, I'm the only KV, which I'm assuming stands for virgin.
KV.
They always joke about me being the most virgin guy in town and such. I know they mean no harm. They are meaning harm if they're saying that to you. And
dude,
legitimately think
stand
it's
up
no
for
big
yourself.
deal. But it always makes me feel inadequate. And particularly when they talk about girlfriends. I always just quietly sit there and they treat me like a child who's eavesdropping on an 18-plus conversation. Worse yet is when they try and give me advice I didn't ask for. Seriously, their advice is red pill tier bullshit. Become alpha. That will obviously backfire horribly for a socially inept person such as myself. By the way,
I agree. Don't
openly admitted
become alpha.
to being FA. I'm just a walking nerd stereotype everyone correctly assumes is FA. I love it. This is like the reason why you're Forever Alone is that you're posting on Forever Alone.
Yeah. It's your
know
general
what I mean?
attitude of victimhood.
Yeah,
So in
it's like
summary, Golf Story is a game.
Yes. So I kind of have a weird rating. I mean, if we're gonna do Born in the 80s rating scale, I'd give it an overall personal rating of 4, most people's rating of 3, because I know that not everyone plays golf games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't handle the golf game, just don't bother. Just it's not worth it. But if you like games that have the 3-button golf simulation, go play it. It's great and cheap.
And this is only on Switch?
Only on Switch.
Oh, bummer.
But so
I
far,
need
I've
a
only
Switch.
played in a portable mode.
I think it's
'cause-
only on Switch, yeah. Hey guys. Saw a kid at the gym. Literally sat on the leg press machine for 30 minutes on his phone, looking sad as fuck, and then got up and left. Thought I'd share that. 19 upvotes. This is my favorite Reddit now. This is literally just Eeyores.
I found an abandoned one because
r/Eeyores.
Yeah, I was
we
going to
talked
check
about-
that.
because there was r/emo. I'm like, I wonder if there's r/wrists. And there is, and they kind
Oh.
of tried to do it as a best of, but it like died right after it started. About, well, technically most of the posts are left here
Well-
are 2 years ago, but
Well, you know I'm a misery
mean-
vampire, so I'm just sucking this up right now.
Is there an
Oh my God.
r/misery? r/Eeyore has 2 posts.
Okay.
This one's called Doorway to Heaven. And
Is this a
it's-
cult you found?
It's a bot post that takes me to a site called 101 Sex Position. They're both bot posts that take me to a site called 101sexpositions.com.
This is
There's
dude,
2
Forever Alone
subscribers and
is
4
fucking
users here right
amazing.
now.
Let me read you this one. This is a real fun gag. Sick of existing. Honestly, I'm seeing fewer and fewer reasons not to just blow my brains out anymore. It's a daily struggle. What is this? This is terrible. Go to the suicide hotline. They
Yeah,
have a
talk to
fucking
someone.
link on the right-hand
You
side.
can get a 1 week
I mean-
free trial of BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com.
At least this person's
Get your
talking to
e-therapist.
people on here. Like,
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean? Like,
The thing about Forever Alone is it becomes this echo chamber of misery.
yeah.
So instead
Yeah.
of lifting each other up, they just reinforce each other's shitty feeling.
which, in a way, is about every community on the internet. Everything
Yeah.
from that to the Flat Earth Society.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say this. If anyone's
I
in
just
the
started
Forever
listening
Alone,
to an interview with a flat earther. I can't wait to get back to it. It's gonna make my head hurt.
If anyone is on the Forever Alone community, I'm gonna say this right now. You like call the Suicide Watch hotline. It's important. Depression's a real thing. Get
Yeah.
treatment if you feel depressed. Like, it really helps. I don't want to make light of actual depression. I like the people that are just sad that they don't have a girlfriend, but they also don't do anything to get a girlfriend, so they're sad. That's the sad I want. If you're sad like this guy, who obviously is really probably not seriously contemplating suicide, but just wanting to talk to someone about it, it's not a good spot to be in. So, but if you are someone like that, call the suicide hotline or send a chat to Born in the 80s, and I'll talk to you. Like, if you want to talk,
join
about
our
it to
Discord.
someone. If you want a friend, seriously join our Discord, and we'll talk. Like, if you're like, I
We
don't
will.
got any friends, like, because we're weird, and I'm sure I thought I was in the Forever Alone community back when I was like a freshman in college. But
Yeah. And if you
also
want a
there's a-
community, a subreddit that'll probably help better, try R, what is it? R not giving a fuck? R how to not give a fuck? Something like that?
How to not give a fuck, yeah.
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 Or is it how not to give a fuck? I keep
Something like
forgetting.
that.
I'm on it.
I read it, but
I-
I don't know the thing. But yeah, that's got some good shit. Because that's how
we
you
need a
solve it.
subreddit.
That's how you don't have to do this pickup artist shit. You just have to not worry so much about it.
Yeah. It's really like,
And then it
get-
happens. Like,
get
it
medical
sounds
help.
trite and stupid, but that's how most of these things work.
All right. I'd like to mention some subreddits here that are linked. r/FA30+, r/FA improvement. So I would go to the r/FA improvement.
That one.
Here.
Go to a community that'll lift you up.
Yeah, like there's lots of people on here that are just like, hey, want to chat? Hey, let's talk. Hey, like let's. It looks like kind of a friend making thing. So I don't know. I feel bad for goofing on someone who really is sad because there's a difference between depression and being like lazy. You know what I mean? That is like because it's a real thing, and depression can make you lazy. You know, because you're depressed. But like, I don't know. If you need help, get it. Like, because it's the same shit when you see like people, like the pickup artist and complaining about it. It's like you're not doing anything to help yourself. Like, if you're depressed and you're complaining about it on Reddit, you should be depressed and going to see a doctor or a therapist or something because they could probably help you. You know what I mean? Like, so. Seriously, there's no stigma, or whatever that is. Or smoke a lot of weed. That's the way to do it. That's the real secret. All right, let's move on from depressing topics.
So just as a heads up, in case we want to make our own subreddit eventually, r/Bytecast, r/Born in the 80s, both spellings of 80s are all available.
Make them right now.
Let's get all of them, all three of them.
Well, at least
let's
make
take them
Born
all
in the
over.
80s right now.
Number 80s.
I think
or
there's a way to
80s?
forward them.
Spelled out.
Okay, I got it. I'll take care of it.
And then get the number 8 and then TS. Get that one.
That is a thing that exists as another podcast, I think.
Yeah, but they haven't updated in like 14 years.
I believe they existed right after we started, and they had like 3 episodes and never did it again. So we are the original. We're the alpha, the omega. All right, let me
can
talk
you
about
register r/child indifferent?
I think that's
Child
most
empathy?
people.
r/have them if you want them. I guess it doesn't really affect me at all.
That's one thing that has happened to me as of late. You know what I mean? Like you would have told me 5 years ago if I wanted to have kids, I'd be like, meh. And now it's kind of like, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
As soon as we get a house, basically.
No. Yeah, I still don't want any of my own, but I've noticed like a huge difference in how I react to other people's kids.
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of
confusion and disgust. I'm like, oh, that's adorable.
Well, I think part of it is because now I have friends that have kids that and it's like their kids kind of look like little versions of them, and they're like can be funny, like because I over at a friend's house and their kid walks up to me and gives me like a name tag that he put up a name for me that's not my name, and I was like, that was cute. Like, oh, kids aren't all that bad. So you know what I mean? Like, you would have told me this 5 years ago, I'd have been like, oh man, I'm so weird around kids, and now it's kind of like, okay, I think I'm starting to get it. That's when you hit 30, that's when it happens. Not that I'm saying that you should have kids, because that's a ridiculous stance to have.
No.
Just as ridiculous
I just kind of look at them as like weird, adorable pets that other people have to take care of.
That's basically what they are. I mean, people do treat their pets like kids.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
but
not
if you treat your kids like pets, that's a felony.
Yeah, if you treat your pets
it depends on how well you treat your pets.
Yeah, that's true. Well, my children eat out of bowls on the ground. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I take them to school in a cage in the back of the car.
Oh, you put your cage inside the car?
Yeah.
You don't Romney it?
I'll put it on top of the car.
That's a really relevant reference.
Yeah, man. Good one. Matt, let's talk about something you've done.
Okay. Which one? Well, you've done both of the things I've done.
I know.
Let's
talk about a movie since we haven't talked about we've been talking about games.
Let me just play the clip of Immigrant song that I definitely queued up for this. Okay, there it is. I saw Thor.
Yep. That was, man, it's a classic song.
This is a good movie. I
I
liked
saw
it.
Thor as well.
It was real funny.
Yes, I had high enough expectations going in. 'Cause the
Mhm.
reviews were all very positive, and most of the detractions I was reading were like positives to me, where people were like, "Oh man, there's this like not a lot of emotional storytelling happening, and like
That's fine.
consequences for the Marvel universe." And I was like, "Awesome!"
Yeah, I mean there were like personal
consequences.
consequences for Thor and for the Asgardians, but it doesn't affect the larger universe or anything. And that rock dude was
Yeah.
funny. That was the director.
Oh my God.
Apparently.
Yeah. Lauren and I were trying to figure out who that was, because we were like, she was like, "Is that like one of the Flight of the Conchords guys doing a voice?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And then, yeah, it was the director.
Yeah, and he's the
Like-
main vampire in What We Do in the Shadows too.
Yeah, I
Him
guess
and Jermaine like got co-directed that.
yeah, him and Jermaine actually go back to college, I guess. So they were friends, and they, I think he directed that movie Eagle vs. Shark that Jermaine was in, like way
Yeah.
back when in New Zealand.
I saw
and-
that, but I have almost no memory of it.
Yeah, I heard it's okay. You know, it's an indie film. But What We Do in Shadows is great. And then after seeing this, I desperately want to see Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah. I haven't
Because
seen that
I've
one
never
either.
seen that. I watched the trailer, and that lady who was Jeff Goldblum's assistant in the movie seems to be like the antagonist of this film, as like a like the social services lady trying to track down this kid who, like, I guess he's like a troubled kid who gets sent out to like live out in the wilderness with this like foster family. And Sam Neill is a grizzled old like prospectory guy that he meets in the woods. And they like hang out. And it just looks really fun. Like, and like on the run from Child Protective Services with this grizzled old dude. And Rhys Darby shows up as well with a giant like red beard. And he's out there. It just looks real fun. Like, oh man, I'm excited. I heard that was
Yeah,
really
it looks
good.
cool.
So
You can
I
rent it
love that
on
director.
Amazon for like $2.99.
yeah, that will probably happen this weekend. Yeah, so yeah, Thor was great. I mean, Jeff Goldblum was hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved Kate Blanchett in that movie.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was her, but she
I
was
had
really good.
I had a scare boner going for that. You know what I mean?
A sconer.
That's what John's type was in college. Was I want a woman who wants
Scary,
to murder
angry.
me. That's what I'm attracted to, which is like, so I'm like a male praying mantis, basically. That's
Yeah,
my
it's
type.
like, I'll go ahead and just eat my head. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if that's obviously one thing I want, but
Hey.
don't. And also, you can chop my brain head, my brain casket off. I'm trying to think of a word that's not head, but it's impossible. So, no, yeah, she was great. She chewed up the scenery, but like in a way that worked because the film was kind of fun. So it wasn't like weirdly out of place. I mean, like that's like people that complain about her and that character being over the top is like, watch Loki in the first Avengers. Like he is hamming
People
it
were
the
complaining
fuck
about
up.
that.
There were, yeah. And I was like,
That's
I don't know. Like it
ridiculous.
felt like it was within the tone of the film. She's
Yeah.
she's a god who is in fucking imprisoned in a fucking like hell dimension for decades, and she comes back and just wants to act like a dick, you know? Like I like the ending. I like the idea of not like Asgard as a place, but Asgard as a people, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, you don't have to be in a location as long as you're together. You know, it's kind of like a good refugee story kind of thing.
Did you catch the
and,
Matt
Rock
Damon
Guy was
cameo?
great. Yes, Matt Damon cameo was real good. There's a lot of good stuff in that. I like the Valkyrie lady that played her. She's really good. It
Oh,
was all
yeah,
great.
yeah,
It was just
yeah.
great. It was really funny.
Is she
snappy?
famous? Have I seen her on other stuff?
I think so.
She looked
I-
familiar, but I couldn't place her.
Yeah. One thing that bugged me about the movie is the trailers ruined the Hulk reveal. And like I only say that
Yeah.
because the movie does play it up as if you don't know that it's going to be the Hulk coming out. You know what I mean? And like it's obvious if you've seen the trailers, which have been running for like 7 months, that the Hulk is coming out. Like I feel like they could have cut that in a different way to keep it a surprise, but it would have been a pretty poorly kept secret because he's such a big part of the movie. It's not like the Bill Murray cameo in Zombieland, where it's just like, oh, that was a fun little short cameo that nobody expected. You know, whereas like this is, God, I love it, man. I
think I recognized her from Westworld. That's the only thing I could see on her IMDb that I would have seen.
Yeah, I am a huge fan, or not a huge fan of the Hulk. I never liked the Hulk in comics or in the Avengers because he's always like, oh, okay, he's on the team, but he always goes crazy and fucks shit up.
Yeah,
and we gotta go.
It's
fix
like
it
we need somebody to just fuck everything up and cause conflict. Throw the Hulk in there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why he's there. And they're like, oh, but we like him because he's a good guy. And I liked the Hulk as just a fucking like 10-year-old boy with superpowers roommate that he was in that movie, which is really fun because he's stuck in Hulk form basically, and he's just kind of acts like a child basically, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
You know, like it was a good dynamic.
He's like a child bro, like a jock combined with like a 10-year-old.
Mm-hmm. It was really endearing, and it made me like the Hulk. So, I like that a lot. So yeah, it was a great film. TJ, you should go see it. Even if you're not into event, or even if you're not into superhero films, it kind of stands on its own. There's a weird Doctor Strange cameo that didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
But they put it in there just to have some tie-ins with the overall universe. And
no, I'm definitely into superhero films. I'm just, in terms of Marvel Cinematic Universe, I have yet to see Ant-Man. I've not seen Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Both Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Okay, that's not skippable.
And
it is, but I loved it.
This one, I think that's it. I think it's all I'm missing right now.
I think
Ant-Man is cool because it's like a heist movie set with superheroes.
Yeah, I think I'm sure I'd like it better if I saw it not in the setting that I saw it, which was at 1 a.m. because it was the third movie of a triple feature. But
yeah.
Well, the movie also is a little bit dry, except for the Paul Rudd parts. Like it's very formulaic. But Paul Rudd is really funny in it, and
his driver dude is really funny too.
Yes, Michael. I think it was Michael Pena. Pena.
Pena? I think so.
That guy's awesome. Very funny. Yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. I don't know. It was soured for me by the fact that Edgar Wright was making it and then was kicked off of it basically. And I was like, well, I really wish I could have seen the Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg Ant-Man movie that almost existed. But we didn't get that, so... Because the Marvel Universe cannot be compromised. And
the revolution will not be televised.
I will say, if you're worried about going into the, like, Marvel... what is it called? The Avengers trailer that just dropped. Avengers 3, I guess. Age of Ultron. No, what's it called?
Infinity
War. Infinity War Part 1. There'll be Part 2.
No, it's only one part now. The fourth one has become untitled Avengers movie.
It's that's going to be the final Avengers movie, according to them, as the current incarnation of folks.
But I feel like there's going to be like kind of a dovetailed crossover where people like Falcon and some of the other more recent additions take over.
Yeah. I think that's the
I don't
plan.
think they're going to be like hard cut and start over.
No, but I think it's kind of like Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans, Jeremy Renner. But like, we've been in this since the beginning. I'd like to go do other stuff now. So
can't believe we're not going to get that standalone Hawkeye movie where he just hangs out at the farm.
Yeah, man. Hangs out at the farm, has kids, does some archery.
Does some target shooting.
Does some target shooting. Nobody calls him for some of the adventures that they had. I will say, though, if you're
actually,
about...
a Black Widow calls him. She's like, hey, Captain America and I are having adventures. No, you don't need to come help. We got to cover.
No.
But I just wanted to say hi.
But if you're worried, I would say you need to watch Thor 2 probably, because it seems like that dovetails right into Infinity War from
Yeah.
the way it ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say...
You've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah, if you've seen the first one, you're probably good enough. But I would watch the second one as well, because they're going to be in the
It's
Infinity
fucking
War movie.
awesome.
But I saw the last 70% of the first one, which
Well,
means I really didn't miss anything.
you know who those characters are. The second one kind of ends with the characters pretty much in the same position they were in the first one, where they just kind of went through a bunch of shit, but they got stronger as like a team. And Groot's like a teenager now,
Okay.
which was a real funny gag they had during the credits. There was sap everywhere. It was really good.
Broke a blanket in
man.
half.
There's some good gags. I love that movie. I said Thor 2 was my favorite Marvel movie since Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Is that Thor 3? Yeah.
That's Thor
that's
3.
the third
That's
Thor.
Thor 3.
Yeah, sorry, Thor 3. Yep. Thor 3,
3.
patented, born in the 80s, rating scales 4 out of 5.
I wanted to, I saw a chart
That's
of all of the MCU stuff.
It was
in
close
order.
to 5 out of 5. But
Let me see.
I'm
if
trying
I
to
can,
think of- for me, of the Marvel movies, the 5 out of 5s are the first Iron Man, the first Avengers, and the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, so I have this giant fucking chart of
Okay,
all of the Marvel
Is it
stuff.
is it like the
in
fucking
chronological.
Charlie from
Yeah.
from the mailroom and
Pepe
Always
Silva,
Sunny?
Pepe
It's
Silva.
Just a
No, it's-
billion fucking. Oh my god.
Okay, so
Okay,
there's the
Matt,
Captain America First Vengeance graphic novel,
Oh,
Captain
what?
America the First Avenger film. There's all of Agent Carter.
Okay.
There's an Ant-Man Prelude graphic novel. There's going to be Captain Marvel, then Iron Man. Bunch of graphic novels. I'm going to skip
They've
those.
lost me here.
Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk. I'm guessing that's the Edward Norton one.
Sure.
Yes.
The first Thor, the first Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Dark World, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, a bunch of, what is this? Daredevil, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a bunch of that shit. Age of Ultron, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Ant-Man, Jessica Jones, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Jessica
This is
Jones,
too much,
overlapping,
too much.
Daredevil,
more.
Doctor Strange, Captain America Civil War, more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and everything. And, and then we go to page 2. More of that, all that TV shit. Spider-Man Homecoming, more TV shit. Thor Ragnarok, tons of TV shit. Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Untitled Avengers 4. So I think looking at this, you're looking at approximately 7 lifetimes of content to watch.
Yeah. I want to mention that I'm like not way into comics. You know what I'm saying? Like, never was. But I like Spider-Man. But like, one of the reasons why I can't get into comics is that there's so much fucking shit. There's so many characters, and like the reason I think I like Spider-Man so much is that he, for the most part, stayed on his own. Like, he would show up for the Avengers or the Civil War storyline, but like, he didn't have tons of crossover. It was mostly like, say Wolverine showed up. All right, bye. Like, because he's in New York, you know? Like, it was any New Yorkers showed up.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four would show up all the time, but like, it didn't feel like he teamed up with a lot of people. Like, this team up shit is hard to follow. Like, not
He was
that
a
it's-
member of the Fantastic Four for some time,
Mhm.
which they became the Fantastic Five or whatever. Fantastic Four and Spider.
I love the Fab Five. That's the 2016 Olympics, women's Olympics team. The Fab Five. But anyway.
I have to give a shout out for alltimelines.com,
Okay.
which is amazing. I'm looking
Okay.
at the Star Wars timeline. I was able to select
God.
just films and TV, and we've got Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones,
Okay.
2
Yep,
episodes
got
of the
it.
Clone Wars, the Clone Wars movie, some more episodes of the Clone Wars, more Clone Wars, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Han Solo spin-off film, all of the Rebels TV series, page 2.
Oh my God.
More Rebels, a Thrawn film, which I guess is going to happen. More Rebels, Rogue One, what is this? Guardians of the Wills? I don't know what that is.
I really liked that they kept the Thrawn storyline canon, because he's probably the 3 books that are the Grand Admiral Thrawn trilogy are really good. They're not canon now, obviously, because they made these movies.
No, but the character is.
The character is George Lucas himself said that he considered those 3 movies canon continuation of his series, because he liked them so much. They're really well done. I forget the dang name of that trilogy, but it was real good. I read
think it's
those
just
as a
called
kid.
the Thrawn trilogy.
Yeah, that could be it. But I thought it had a different name. But I would look those up if you're like way into Star Wars and books, like I was when I was a kid. But they're not canon. I guess it's just the Thrawn trilogy. No, Heir to the Empire trilogy. That is it. It's basically like Luke goes off trying to find more Force users, and like he finds this like super powerful, crazy old hermit who's like kind of evil. And Grand Admiral Thrawn is the great part about his character is he is not human or whatever you would like Coruscant or whatever. So like most of the Empire is very anti non like human races. Like
they're
they would
space
subjugate.
racist.
Yeah, space races basically. And so to have a guy like that, make his way ranks up to basically like 3rd in command, soon becomes 1st in command after, of course, both Emperor. Well, after what's his name died at the first Death Star. What's the name of that guy played by Peter Cushing? Why can't I think of his name? I keep thinking of Mon Mothma, but that's not him.
Jimmy.
That's the lady. Jimmy
Squiggleman.
Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron.
Damn it! He was the one. He was in a weird CG.
Kylo Ren.
No.
Jar Jar Binks.
You know the fucking name.
I can't think of the name. I know the character.
Why can't I think of this fucking name? This is the most insane
Grand
shit.
Admiral Snoke.
No, Grand Moff Tarkin. God damn it! I took a year to find on the internet. God,
Well,
you
I guess that
stupid
depends
space
on
names.
which Snoke theory you subscribe to.
None, because I don't give a fuck about fan theories. So what was great about Thrawn though was that like he was basically just a badass commander who was like super smart at strategy, and like he fucking kicks the shit out of the remaining rebel forces after the second Death Star gets lost, and they find these like dreadnoughts that were hidden and like behind a planet, and like start like blowing shit up again, and it's like fuck, this he's outmatching us with smaller troops, and then it kind of all goes down from there. I love those books. Oh god, I want to read them right now that I'm talking about them, because they're my continuation of this. And actually, it actually could be canon, because I'm pretty sure that series ends like 5 years after Empire or Return of the Jedi. So the current canon takes place like 30 years later. So, and I know Tarkin or not Tarkin, but Thrawn is canon. I don't know. Anyway, read those books. They're good if you want to recommend. Speaking of Star Wars, we can talk about a news thing that happened.
What happened?
Star Wars Battlefront 2
something
came
happened
out.
with Star Wars?
Yeah. So you guys want to play Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
I mean,
I assume
really
I could
wanted
just
to play
like
it.
buy it and that's everything?
Yeah. Now.
Okay.
after the launch. So like 3 hours prior to the full launch, they fixed everything. So Star Wars Battlefront 2, if you've been under a rock, I'm following game news. I don't want to get into the news details too much, but they had a lot of unlockables, like card packs that you would get that would upgrade your characters. Loot crates, basically. And that you could buy and make yourself better at the game, with people debating on how much better you could be. But the problem with the loot crate system was, the Belgian government came up about it in their legislation, having strong words about how they consider paid loot crates in games as a form of gambling.
The fuck are you assholes doing?
Lawmakers in Hawaii's state legislature actually gave the quote, which was pretty good, saying, talking about how phone games have had these kind of transactions and that, and he's saying now this moved on to the main event. The Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a AAA title that's being released to the world's largest gaming studio, and it has the most popular intellectual property attached to it, and it's marketed directly at children. It's a trap, he added, which was awesome. He said it's a Star Wars themed online casino designed to lure kids into gambling, which is probably the strongest words you could say against that. Of course, the ESA, Entertainment Software Association, which is the people that put E3 together and whatnot, are saying that loot boxes are not gambling. They allow people to, obtain them without paying money. But the way that it seems that the Star Wars Battlefront 2 was designed was terrible. That it would take a calculated 40 hours of playing games to have enough in-game currency to buy the ability to play as Darth Vader in multiplayer matches, which was an insane loot grind. And that's the biggest complaint I heard was like, okay, yeah, we got loot boxes, whatever. That's kind of a shitty thing. But if you save up enough credits, you can buy the upgrades you want, except for that everything costs so much. It was a grind. Like, you were expected to spend way too much time to get stuff unlocked. And so people were like, well, they're doing that so you can buy like loot, basically. They want you to spend money. So they want to make it a grind enough. And I think they went a little too far one way, and it really ticked people off. I think a lot of this also stemmed from the anger that people had towards EA for closing the Amy Hennig Star Wars studio Rational Game, or not Rational, what was it? Visceral Games.
Yep.
We're making a single player Star Wars game that was supposed to be kind of like Uncharted Star Wars type game, like a single player adventure game, and they closed that down.
Yeah, and their official word on that was, there's no money in single player anymore. No one's playing them.
Well, that's a bit simplifying what they said. They said
it's close.
The current game that was being made didn't work, and from all I've heard of people talking about that were part of the development for that, were saying either this is going to never get made, or it's going to be like everyone's going to say this is exactly Uncharted and you just copied it. Like, it was really not shaping up to be a good game, and I don't think that EA necessarily was shuttering the game because it was a single player only game, but I think it was being shuttered because it was not coming together. Probably because they weren't giving it the resources it needed, because they were pulling people off to make these loot box games. So, but anyway, so they announced that they were lowering the prices of a lot of things in game by like 50% or 70% or something. So it would only take 5 hours of gameplay to unlock Darth Vader.
No, they were lowering the amounts of credits required to get every character by 75%.
Okay.
So bringing it down to 1/4 of what you had to do.
Yeah.
Problem is...
Yeah, so 10 hours.
No. Problem is, they also lowered the credit gains from everything, the same amount.
Yeah.
So it'd still be the same amount of hours to get that.
Yeah, it was a real nonsense thing for them to do, because you can still, spend $50 and just get a bunch of credits out of loot boxes. But I think the number one problem with the way this system was set up is that it wasn't just that it existed. It wasn't just that it was money tied to upgrades that would make you better at the game. It was that it was just a really badly implemented system, top to bottom. Because you were basically getting a crate that was a troop crate, and it would get you upgrades for all the different types of ground characters that exist in the game. And it could just be some random update to like a class that you never play. You know what I mean? And it's like, great. I got nothing out of that when I leveled up. Or I got an emote. And emotes were specific to classes, not just specific, like, here's the emote for, these droids can pass, or, we don't serve droids in here, like emote, or whatever fucking bullshit existed. That was like, oh, you get the attack class version of that, or you get the commander class version of that. It was like, why is this split out? Like, it made it so, like, such a shit show grab bag of what you could get, basically. And it would take forever to get the classes that you wanted, like, filled up. Like, it was just terrible. And so then 3 hours before the game launched, the EA analysts, the president of EA, got a call from Bob Iger, who's like, I think the creative director or CEO of Disney, saying, what the fuck are you doing with our IP? People are saying this is a Star Wars gambling thing, like, for children. Like, what? And so EA removed microtransactions from the game, saying, we're going to take it. We're going to remove this temporarily and think of what we're doing. And the most insane shit is that EA said to its shareholders that we don't expect this to affect the stock prices, which was interesting because their stock price dropped like 20%.
Yeah,
their share price actually dropped $10. I don't know if it's still down because everything's been going up. But that was a $10 drop in their stocks was a $3 billion loss from that. I mean, this is the like shit that's for real, man. Like, you can't fuck with this shit. And I think EA tried to bite off too big of a piece here. Like, they were like,
where they went wrong is you can have loot boxes that you buy with in-game currency. Yeah. But when you're paying real money, you need to know what you're getting. You can't pay.
Yeah, that's it.
Be like, pay us real money, and you'll have a chance of getting something.
Yeah, I think they could keep the loot boxes. I think they could add real money transactions back into the game, and maybe if you bought something, if you buy an in-game transaction, you get the like in-game currency it is to unlock whatever you want. Like, okay, I can pay money because I don't want to like wait to level up and get the random stuff. Let me pay $10 to unlock all the assault class upgrades that I want, and then I can play the way I want to play now, and then maybe unlock other class stuff in the future. And be like, oh, maybe I'll try this out.
Microtransactions are not going away.
No,
it's just like the price of games hasn't risen in forever, and meanwhile the budgets for these games are like insanely huge now. They're like bigger than blockbusters.
When were games last $50? That was PlayStation 2, right?
PS1.
PS1, yeah. PlayStation 2 games.
PS2 went up to 60. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a long time, like since like 20.
And even like if I had to pay $70 for a game, like if people had to pay $70 for a game, there would be no end to the like crazy shit show on the internet.
Well, people already do because you get the deluxe edition that's $99 that has like all this stuff. I appreciate Star Wars Battlefront 2 doing some of the things it did, like having more maps at launch. I mean, the first game had 4 fucking maps. 4 maps. This has 8 maps. You know what I mean? Like, that is way better. But what they did was they said there's no season pass. Everyone's going to be able to get all of the updates, because that fractures the player base, which is totally true. And I hate that about online shooters. Well, it's one of the great things about Titanfall 2 is that they had that. But what you need is then they need to have some way to earn money in the game. You know what I mean? But to tie it to upgrades is insane. They need to have customization options, like character customization options that would work, except for they said they were not allowed to by Disney. But
yeah, you can't like have pink stormtroopers and stuff.
Recent
like,
hacking
they just won't let that happen.
of the game has shown that there was a customization option in the code that was never implemented. So at least at one point they had the possibility. But I mean, I'm not even talking about like color coded stormtroopers. I'm talking about like, can you just get an emblem to put on your uniform, or like a like a little icon to spray on your gun or something? You know what I mean? Like Counter-Strike stuff. You know what I mean? Like custom colored weapons. I mean, there has to be something you could do. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm sure they hold their IP dearly, but I think they'd prefer that over a gambling game. Like, I don't know. That I think there.
Well,
could have been a
especially
better
when
way
I
to do
forget
this.
who said it, but some legislator in some place said like, we didn't let Joe Camel advertise cigarettes to children. Why would we let Star Wars advertise gambling? It's like that's a bad look for Star Wars. You don't want people saying that about you.
This is how you get the CEO of Disney to call you and say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
So, because I mean, here's the thing: this is like the hottest license, and EA has it, but you know, a couple missteps, and they could be like, "Well, we're gonna give this to Activision now." After the contracts are up, you know, like, so hold on to that shit. EA. Anyway, it also sounds like the game was suffering from technical issues. I know when I played the beta, I had really bad lag that kind of made the game unplayable, which I've heard. I think Video Game Donkey put a review out that basically showed the exact same lag problems that I had, where you're basically rubber banding around a map, like, and which was really bad, and it's happened in a few DICE games before. And it sounds like it just was a bad launch. Like, and the gameplay is good, like, and it sounds good, looks good, it's fun, but ultimately feels kind of vapid because the progression system that was lacking in the first game really now has this new system which is so vast that it feels like you basically don't earn anything whenever you level up, because it's just there's so much shit to unlock. So it just kind of sucks. And I really hope this game is good, and that like in the spring when there's nothing out, someone will write an article saying, "Hey, they fixed the microtransactions and you can get it for $30 and it has all these new maps and everyone's playing it," and then maybe I'll pick it up. Right now it seems like a hot mess, and
I just want to play the campaign. Like, that's all I don't care about multiplayer at all.
I've heard the campaign might not be incredible, but at least it's cool. Like, it is really good looking, and it tells a Star Wars story, which is interesting. So, like, I just wish I played some of my favorite parts of playing the beta was the fighter, like outside in space fighter squadron games. That was really fun. Yeah. I really liked that because like there's a mission where you had to destroy like these like shield generators inside like a Imperial like star dock, and you were like, it was like doing a trench run like with like TIE fighters shooting at you. Oh man, it was really cool. I was like, this seems like the game I'd love to play, but the rubber banding was causing me to crash all the time. So I was like, well, this isn't fun. Like, I wish, balls. Like, they really fucked this up. They had 2 years, man. And they fucked it up.
So back to alltimelines.com. I'm looking at the Church of Latter-day Saints scripture timeline.
Oh, yeah.
First we have, and the beginning was the Word, then the creation, then the Garden of Eden, the fall of man, Cain kills Abel, Enoch, from Adam to Noah, the Great Flood, Job's suffering and faith, the Tower of Babel, brother of Jared, Jaredites, stop me anytime, Abraham prelude,
stop. You keep going.
God sends Abraham to Egypt.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've also got the Holy Bible, Shakespeare plays.
Yep.
What the fuck is Argo Force? I don't know.
Sorry. I was just checking the levels. I think I got too far away from my microphone. Let's do this. Let's move on.
Let's
TJ,
do it. Yes.
What you been eating?
Well, I haven't eaten it yet because I think it comes out tomorrow.
Wait, you haven't eaten it yet? Oh, you don't have I thought you had it.
No, I wish.
Oh, you
wish
bastard.
I had it. Should we wait till I
actually
had it?
think it's like a week out.
It's somewhere.
I thought it was like the second week of December, or like the end of next week.
It's soon. They just officially announced it today. Even
I
though
know,
it's been in rumor territory
press
for a
have
while.
had it. Mario cereal release date. I'm gonna wait outside Target and get myself 10 boxes and sell them on eBay for $15. December 11th, according to Polygon.com.
Okay, so soon.
Yeah, like we got 2 full weeks, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna take down those twin towers of Mario cereal. Oh wait, that's September.
Oh,
Whoa.
No. Nope.
It's gonna
it looks
get
like
a nope
Lucky
out of that
Charms.
one real quick.
All right, we have to buy that
Oh.
cereal though.
Yes, we do. Because it has an amiibo in it.
Yeah, I know. Can we talk about another thing Matt did?
Yes, please.
Can you stall for just a bit so I can get a sound cue up?
Sure.
Tell me more about
played,
Mario cereal. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds
Matt's got a sound cue to get up.
yeah.
Mario's.
Mario's
What's the amiibo do? Gives you the cereal box.
I didn't actually look it up. What?
makes you a serial killer.
Oh, okay. What are you, fucking 50-year-old teachers making a joke? Matt, how long does
Transition
it take-
time happens right now.
Something in my front pocket for you. Why don't you reach down in my pocket and see what it is? Then grab a
It's a little too quiet.
just for you. Give it a little squeeze and say, how do you do? There's something
Why are
in
we
my front
listening to
pocket.
this?
There's something in my front pocket. There's something in my front pocket.
Because I played Pocket Camp.
Yeah. Something in my front pocket camp for you.
Hey, this is a game where you buy the friendship of lots of animals. Because that's how
Yes.
friendship works. And you rank everyone's friendship by points.
Yep.
Just like in real
It
life.
is, so they made a Animal Crossing mobile game, and I think initial reactions were like, this looks really cool. This really looks like an Animal Crossing game. Like, the graphics are great. You know, you get your little camp, you make your little friends. You know, you get a little house, or sorry, a little camper that you can spruce up. You get a little campsite you can spruce up. You're supposed to attract little guys to your camp, except for that it's not that. You're not attracting little animal pals. You're going out to go farm the locations where like the animal parts drop so that you can give them to people to raise their friendship level to the point where you can ask them to come over to your house where they demand you build them all of this furniture before they come over. This is literally like just a complete grind game where it's like, all right, I want to get this guy over, so I need to build X furniture, which means I need to get, Y materials, so I need to go around and collect, fucking flounders in the ocean to go give to this guy. There's not a lot of game here. You know what I mean? Is what it feels like to me.
Yeah, but
Because,
man, I'm hooked.
Part of what sucked. One thing I like about it is how online it is. Like, you can see your friends, you can see the stuff they've collected, the cool shirts and stuff they've found. Like, there's a lot of cool connectivity there. But like, one of the things I loved about Animal Crossing, is it's a game you play for like maybe like 30 minutes to an hour every day. Like, you log in, do all your tasks for the day, check to see, like if there's any things that have shown up in your town. There's usually like a daily event that you can do, and then you log off, because you collect your fruits that have spawned for the day and you log off. And it's fun. And in this game, it just seems like there isn't much to do other than fulfill the same exact requests from every villager that they want, like X materials. Like, because in Animal Crossing, characters are like, hey, I lost my bag, can you find it? And then you like run around the world and you like find a little bag and you bring it back to them and they give you a treasure. Or you collect all the different bugs and take them to the museum and have a collection. None of that's in here. There's no collecting bugs. There's like 6 different bugs in increasing tiers of rarity. It just seems a little bit more simple than I would have wanted it to be. Maybe that's something they can flesh out. Microtransactions in this game are very expensive. You do not get a lot of fucking animal bucks for what you spend.
Yeah. But at the same time, I have not found a need to actually buy anything. I've been playing
I
for
bought
quite a
the
while.
99-cent pack or whatever that just had stuff in it because I was like, all right, well, I'll give them $1 because I had some money in my Google Play account. So I was like, whatever. It's $1. And so
Yeah.
that was fun. But like getting a custom paint job for your car costs 150 tickets for the more exciting ones. And they're the animal dollars, whatever the fuck they call leaf tickets. That's it. They look like dollar bills. So 150 leaf tickets is $7. That's a lot of money for one upgrade in a game. Like it's kind of insane, I think.
I don't know. I just paid for mine with bells.
Well, there's some cool ones that you can't get for bells. I
You can't
bought
get those
one.
with bells?
Not all of them. Some of them have leaf tickets.
My van looks like an
Awesome.
Argyle sweater. I'm pretty happy with it.
I know. I wanted to get one that was that looked like a lumberjack plaid, but it cost
nice.
too many leaf tickets, so I didn't get it.
Well, you get leaf tickets without, you can get them without paying.
Not a
too.
lot though. The game is very front loaded with free leaf tickets because once you get into there, like okay, it has daily login rewards.
Yeah.
And one of the daily login rewards was one leaf ticket. One leaf ticket. Like, what is that? It should be like 5 leaf tickets.
One thing that I
Jesus.
would like to see added to this game is like if you have the items to complete various quests, I would like to see just like an autocomplete button. Like complete as many
Yeah.
as you can
Yeah.
in whatever automatic order. Just because like
Yeah.
there's a lot of just traveling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. But I mean, there are great things about it, though. I really like all the little cute little stuff that you can build. You can like create your own little, like, I guess campsites and whatever. Like there's like lots of cool stuff to buy and arrange. And like I think it's cool because you get to kind of like make friends with a lot of guys and pick who you want to hang out. And like you have your friends hanging out at your place that you like. And
it's all
one of
worth
the
it
issues,
just
though-
to come home to hang out with Cherry.
Yeah, I love Cherry. Well, there's a wolf later that is like has a sick ass jacket. I'm looking forward to getting that wolf guy.
I'm gonna get
He's
that
cool.
wolf's
You
jacket.
chose cool, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, of course.
Yeah.
That's where
Oh,
all the
yeah, you
musical instruments are.
Yep, same here. It's like a stage is like the thing. I now have like a full musical instrument set on my like campsite, so it's pretty cool. But there's some cool stuff about it. I'll keep playing it. It's like inoffensive. It's kind of fun to log in and see what's at the store and walk around and catch a couple fish. Like it's all right. I just wish it was a little deeper than it is. They did put a Christmas event starting now, so
Yeah, I'm working on collecting all of my Santa suit. It's
Yeah.
very important.
So there's some cool stuff in there. I really hope it gets better. But one of the things I really love about Twitter lately is finding out how awesome Chrissy Teigen is.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly. Now, if I were to tell you that a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue model is probably one of the funniest Twitter accounts, would you be surprised?
No,
She's married
because you
to-
set it up like that.
She's married to John Legend. She tweets some really funny shit. Here's a tweet that she had yesterday. An SNL sketch where the reporters report on their own sexual misconduct and firings, but they don't know it until it's live on the teleprompter. That's a pretty good sketch idea. If you're flying out of DC on Virgin today, check under your seat for a very large mom bra. It's like a talk show giveaway. Here's a good one. Because she's writing a cookbook. She's written a couple of cookbooks. And she had tweeted she was having a hard time coming up with like like a cookbook when you have the recipe, you have to have like a fucking paragraph where you explain why you like the recipe or whatever, or like stuff about it. Here's your recipe for sweet and spicy brie and peach grilled cheese. One time I took a peach and rubbed its velvety skin against my cheek. Why? I don't really know, okay? I just did it and it really fucking hurt. It was like each tiny individual peach hair implanted itself into each little pore of my face. I had a rash for days. I'll probably go through an update before it gets in the book, but anyway, I really think she's really funny, and I bring it up because she is like a Nintendo super fan. If you look up Chrissy Teigen Nintendo, in 2013 she had a wedding where she dressed up as Princess Peach, and her husband John Legend dressed up as Mario. There's some pretty good photos there. But she had some hot takes about Pocket Camp. These Pocket Animal Crossing animal people things, they aren't our friends. They're jerks. Who makes a certain couch demands before visiting someone's house? And then shows a video montage of them sleeping on it. I hate these people. This is literally what happens. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm not coming over unless you got a fucking elephant slide. And then it just shows a video.
Whoa. First, you gotta earn my friendship by doing favors for me.
Yeah.
Then you gotta get the right furniture. Then maybe I'll come over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Like, I mean, I think it's funny. I like it, you know, but it just, she's saying, she also wrote, it lacks the heart, the soul. It's a sandwich with no meat. A car without tires. I kind of agree a little bit. It's a little bit light. But I just wanted to point that out because I've fallen in love with Chrissy Teigen, who is a swimsuit model who's also really, really funny. So she also...
And now back to alltimelines.com, the timeline for Stranger Things. You're going to have to pay attention for this one because it's really complicated.
All right.
So
yeah,
there's Stranger Things
Stranger
Season
Things.
1. Then there's Stranger Things, the mobile game. Then, and this one comes out of nowhere, Stranger Things Season 2. And that's Stranger Things timeline.
Okay, great. I'm glad. Where's the game fit in? Sorry.
Between Season 1 and Season 2. Which doesn't really make sense because Max is in the game, but she doesn't really show up until after like the first episode of Season 2 has started. So really, I think the game should fit between episode 1 of Season 2 and episode 2 of Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the game doesn't make any sense within the timeline of the overall series. So, like, what are we even doing here?
Yeah, come on, get it together. Okay, well, what else is there? God damn, we're clipping along here, boys. What else is there?
We are.
What's happened?
We haven't done a Fave 5 this week.
Oh, we haven't done a Fave 5. Let's do Fave 5, and then I want to talk about a game.
Let's do Fave 5.
I streamed a game earlier this evening.
You
Nice.
streamed a game
You
of
can go
Fave
on-
5 earlier this evening.
You can go on twitch.tv/something to get to my channel, John_Danger, I think. Anyway, I'm looking up a thing. I'm finding my Google Doc and picking out a celebrity. Let me go down here. Let's get someone who's fun. Someone we haven't done. Probably not someone we talked about today, because that would kind of ruin it. Okay, I like this one. Let's do this one. Alright, boys, you know the name of the game is 5 Faves. This is Rotten Tomatoes does a 5 favorite films feature where they have someone on who has done a film recently talk about their 5 favorite movies, and they show the Rotten Tomato meter for each of the 5 favorite movies. So I'm going to go over the 5 favorite movies, and you're going to guess who this is. And I'll give you a couple hints. This is a man, and this article is from June 28th, 2013.
2013.
I don't remember.
So maybe
that far
something
back.
was coming out then that this man was in. We'll find
Possibly. Or just being relevant.
out. Yep. Or it could be something that he was just having a reason to be on. Okay, here's the list. Harvey, 1950. Man, Harvey.
Harvey?
What a pull. Harvey. It's the Jimmy Stewart movie. This whimsical fantasy about a local drunk's 6'3.5" imaginary rabbit pal. It was a Broadway play that was adapted into a movie.
Okay.
It's basically like a happy drunk guy, and then he like says he sees this rabbit, and everyone thinks he's crazy, basically, and the movie kind of pinwheels off of that. Harvey's one of my all-time favorite films. I saw this movie when I was younger, and I feel like it struck a chord with me. Then, probably primarily because of Jimmy Stewart's performance and the kind of magic that is his character that he refers to that we don't see as an audience. So I guess you don't even see him in the movie. But I think I loved it, and I watched it many times since. And it's a movie that's gotten more profound to me as I've gotten older. I feel I've gotten different things out of it each time. It's a movie whose construct is kind of up for interpretation, I think. You could easily make an argument that his character is drunk, and Harvey's a manifestation of that. Or you could say he's a man who's given up on reality, and therefore he's happier, and Harvey's a manifestation of that. It's such a beautiful film, and there's such humanity in the film. There's something so enlightened, regardless of what is actually genuinely going on with Elwood's character. There's something so enlightened about him that everyone else seems more insane in the movie than he is, which really struck a chord with me. Delicatessen, 1992. Boy, I don't know anything about this movie.
I know the name, and that's it.
A post-apocalyptic future becomes a setting for this pitch-black humor, visually intricate French comedy. Takes place in a single apartment complex which is owned by the same man that operates a downstairs butcher shop. It's a popular place to live because the butcher finds excellent cuts of meat despite the horrible living conditions outside. So it's kind of like a weird post-apocalyptic comedy.
Okay.
All right. It's the director of Amelie made that, I guess. Anyway, Jean-Pierre Jeunet is a filmmaker that I've followed, throughout his career, and I think he's one of my favorites. And he's kind of a distinctive voice in France. But this film,
so I think it's safe to assume whoever this is just a little bit douchey.
I feel like he kind of almost returned to form a little bit with Micmacs. Whatever that is. Micmacs actually reminded me of Delicatessen in terms of its vibe. But Delicatessen is just, there's a great amount of comedy to it. The characters are so bizarre and so well drawn. The world is so strange. It's not totally relatable, but it's very funny. It's very dark. I remember when I saw the
Micmacs is a 2009 French film about a man and his friends come up with an intricate and original plan to destroy two big weapons manufacturers.
But Delicatessen is the first thing I'd seen of him. And from an art direction standpoint, I think I was so unbelievably impressed because it was him and his partner. I can't remember his partner's name. It was also kind of like his art director, whose name is Mark Caro, the interview says. That's it. And they did City of Lost Children. All right, so let's move on to some movies that you may have heard of. Two that you've heard of and one that you haven't. That's one of my favorite movies.
Don't tell me what
Leon,
I've heard of.
The Professional. Or Leon, as it's known in the United States. Or The Professional.
Leon, Le Professional.
Have you seen The Professional?
No. But I have heard of it.
Matt, you should see this movie. It's real good. Especially if you're into 14-year-old girls. That's a weird part of the movie. Natalie Portman's
I'm not running for Senate here. Hey-o!
Natalie Portman's 12 in the movie, and she's really good. It was like the first movie she was like this. She's a professional actress. So anyway, it's weird because I'd always called The Professional because that's what it was called when it was released in the U.S. But I would suggest you watch Leon the Professional, the cut of the DVD, not the American original cut, because it's worse, basically, because they cut a lot of the scenes out with Natalie Portman, which is kind of the whole point of the movie. But anyway, the movie still feels extremely international, certainly with its lead actor, the incredible Jean Reno, who's one of my favorite action movie actors. But the heart of the film is the incredible relationship between a cold-blooded killer and a young girl. It's still so effective and powerful. I think one of my favorite sequences in the film when the two of them are kind of like, it's like this beautiful montage of this relationship as they're cleaning the apartment and these sort of things they do together. This really adorable, emotional relationship. And it's all cut to Venus as a Boy by Bjork. Such a great sequence, and there's such whimsy to their connection. And of course, the movie goes into a really dark and awfully sort of tragic place, you know. But it's really about a man whose sole purpose in life is to be so cold and calculated, because he's a hitman. But it's also about this girl finding his humanity. It's such a beautiful film. Yeah, it's so awesome, because he's like this hitman who's like, you know, no women, no kids, and he somehow ends up with Natalie Portman. I mean, it's been probably decades since I've seen this movie. And she, like, basically he has to, like, take care of her, and he suddenly realizes that maybe he doesn't just want to kill people for a living anymore, and there's more to life. And then the bad guy is played by... And
for anyone that's listening, Jean Reno?
I think it's Jean.
Jean Reno is that one French dude that you saw in that movie.
Yeah. It's Gary Oldman is the villain, and he's incredible because he's unhinged and insane, and he's just great. It's a great film. Love it. Okay. This movie I'm going to mention, you've not seen, I'm assuming.
You don't know me. You're not my real dad.
Night of the Hunter. Night of the Hunter. So this is a movie starring Robert Mitchum, and Shelley Winters is the adult. Anyway, Night of the Hunter. This is an incredible movie. So, adapted by James Agee from a novel, David Scrub, The Night of the Hunter represented legendary actor Charles Laughton's only film directing effort, combining the stark realism with Germanic expressionism. The movie is brilliant good and evil parable, with good represented by a couple of farm kids and a pious old lady, and evil in the hands of a posturing psychopath. In prison with the thief Ben Harper, phony preacher Harry Powell, Robert Mitchum, learns that Ben has hidden a huge sum of money somewhere near his home. Upon his release, the murderously misogynistic Powell insinuates himself into Ben's home, eventually marrying his widow, Willa. Eventually, he learns that all that stands between him and the money are the two kids who take refuge in a home abandoned for abandoned children presided over by like a nun. So basically, literally, this movie's about this fucking guy who strolls in and marries this widower and is basically a monster. And the movie is about him, like, stalking these children through, like, woods, and he's got, like, fucking the word hate tattooed on his hand. It's fucking awesome. It's so scary. Like, anyway, let's see what the Night of the Hunter... Who's in this? Shelley Winters, Billy... Okay, it was just Robert Mitchum. Anyway. Oh, The Night of the Hunter. It's such a film. I was actually recommended me by a friend. I think it's her favorite film of all time. I never really seen anything like it because it's that kind of film noir set in the South. It's basically, if you've seen the movie Cape Fear, it's kind of like that. But he has such a slimy performance in this film. He's such a great manipulator. Oh, he was in the original Cape Fear. Okay. And it's famous because he's got these tattoos on his knuckles of love and hate. It's actually kind of what for a really great story that repeats throughout the film. Cinematography is incredible. It's all blacks and whites and shadows and silhouettes. Anyway, do you want to hear the last one?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Battle Royale. 2000.
Well, no, I'm just confused.
Easily one of my favorite genre exploitation films, Japanese film. Have you seen the film? Not yet, says the interviewer. Fuck, man, it's incredible. It's great. It's harrowing and also deeply funny, extremely entertaining. It's about a not too distant time in the future of Japan when kids have become unruly in classrooms. A lot of violence is broken out, and as a result of the sheer number of children, and the problem being as large as it is, they create this Battle Royale Act, which is a government act in which various classes are chosen at random via lottery to be sent off to an island, wherein once they arrive, they're briefed, and they've all given a bag and a weapon and told to disperse in the wilds. And they're also wearing necklaces that explode if they try and remove them or escape. Kind of like the Hunger Games, this person says. Well, there's certainly a lot of similarities. I don't know if the author of the Hunger Games is inspired, but it certainly seems like it would be. I love how they're like having this discussion here, which everyone's had. So they go out, and the object of the game is they have to kill each other. Last man standing, or the last, I guess, kid standing gets to leave. It's kind of the premise of the film. And the movie literally counts down as each person's killed, and it's just great. Yeah, it's so similar to the Hunger Games. But it's different. The Hunger Games is very different. They have a similar premise, but this is literally about the game and the classroom.
Yeah, this is like PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
Yeah, literally. And not about like keeping like a dystopian class down, which the Hunger Games is a lot more about, especially as you get further into the books. But anyway, so it's basically saying it's pure exploitation. It just tries to get at the heart what these kids' experiences and ultimately humanity versus survival and what those things mean, and having to let go of your humanity if you want to survive. And some of the kids refuse to, and you just sort of see where the chips fall. It's a wonderful, wonderful film. It's great. Yeah, I fucking love that movie. I watched it again like 2 weeks ago with Lauren. She'd never seen it. It's so good.
I'm going to watch it tonight as I fall asleep.
Which country was that done in? Was
Japan. It's Japan.
Okay. So I thought, I just wasn't sure.
What's her name? There's a couple famous people in that one, because there's, of course, famous Japanese in everything guy, Takeshi Kitano, who you may know from Takeshi's Castle, that Takeshi's Game, whatever it's called, Takeshi's Challenge. He's in everything. But Chaiki Kuriyama is in it as well. You may know it from Kill Bill Volume 1. She's awesome in this movie, though.
Who was she in that?
The Japanese girl. The one with the giant spiked chain ball that tries to murder.
Oh, yeah. With the crazy
she's awesome.
88s, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I looked up her because we'd watched the movie, and then I realized how weird Japan is. Because she was like in a bunch of like what they call idol films. As like
okay.
I've heard of that, but I don't remember what it is.
Let's just say Japan's weird and bad.
Yep.
Like they have like basically girls that are underage like dress up in bikinis, and they do like a video of them in like bikinis.
That's weird and gross and bad.
Yeah, they do that, and she did that. I guess.
So you're saying like Japan is like the Alabama of the world?
Oh yeah, she's the girl from Ju-on as well. The like Grudge, the original Grudge movie or whatever. She's like the creepy.
Okay.
Anyway, she's a great actress though. She's really good in this and in the other one. So, okay, you guys got thoughts, or did
This is hard. This one's very hard.
That's what she said. I know. I literally picked this one because of Night of the Hunter, because I love that movie.
Fair enough. So, first of all, thoughts I already have is, now, celebrity or actor?
This is an actor.
Celebrity. This is an actor. Okay, so maybe I already got information that way. But we also got, there was, the first movie you had mentioned was a 50s film, or specifically from 1950.
Yeah.
And he mentioned he'd watched it as a kid. And you could watch older films as a kid, but I'm thinking he probably watched it.
And Night of the Hunter, 1955.
Those are films he probably watched while they were out, while they were relevant. So it's got to be an older gentleman, older actor.
Or somebody that had like really pretentious
stuff.
Parents.
Yeah, but it could be pretentious just because they're international to begin with. It may not be a U.S.-born actor. Thinking maybe somewhere Europe, especially with the French films in there.
Let me give you some hints here, because I don't want you to get too far off base.
Okay.
This actor was born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Okay.
And was born in the 80s.
What?
Yeah. So pretentious parents, probably.
Pretentious
a
parents.
guess. But I
Hey,
want
two of
TJ to
these
guess
movies
first.
would be in my top like 20 probably or 30. So
Fair enough.
anyway,
Night of
No,
the Hunter sounds cool though. Now I'm gonna need
It's-
somebody to
Yeah, it
remind me
does.
about that when
I
I'm
actually
sober.
I didn't realize Robert Mitchum was in the original Cape Fear from like the 50s. So, but yeah, he basically is just like a guy who moves into this house and marries this like woman who's a widow and like is like because he knows that like this fucking thief hid a fortune underneath this fucking like orphanarium or whatever, and he wants to
Yeah.
basically get to it, and he has to like get through these kids. It's really creepy.
I wonder if Radio Raheem from Do the Right Thing is a reference to that, or if just like love and hate Knuckles are a common thing because they're both 4 letters.
I fell again.
Let's give TJ a guess first.
Oh, I really suck at actors, but let's see. Actor born in the 80s.
Uh huh.
Someone about
I'm giving
my
TJ
age.
first guess because he's I think behind in the count here.
I'm super behind. I'm really bad with these, but I'm having
And
fun.
I have a guess
I
just
haven't-
based
that's a
on
big
a
thing.
movie that I know came out in 2013.
2013. That's right. I've not been putting that in the.
I'll give you a
Perspective
hint
either.
about 2013 as well. He was not in a movie that came out in 2013, or at least that's not what he was promoting when this came out.
Oh no, I
Oh.
don't know.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I'm not looking anything up. Actor born in the 80s. Male, not doing something in 2013.
Well, maybe he was. I don't know. This is weird.
Yeah,
'cause
but,
it's saying
but not acting.
well, the way they wrote this
No.
was to celebrate his birthday. Let's put a post out about this person. Let's put out around his birthday. So it's kind of like
Someone who had a birthday in 2013.
I
it's
had
funny
one of
because
those.
his birthday is in January and not in June when the article came out. So I think this must have been a repost. Got a new date.
Yeah.
On it. I have no clue. Anyway,
Matt, you go first. I just can't even think
All
of
right.
it right now.
All right, my guess is Leonardo DiCaprio.
oh, see that the actor in the '80s is good for guesses.
Yeah,
No,
because
not Leonardo
the
DiCaprio.
Great Gatsby came out in 2013.
Oh, similar wheelhouse. You know what I mean? That
Okay.
an actor that's in his mid to late 30s.
Yep.
Around our age. Close to our age.
The Iowa thing's killing me. Oh,
I did not know he was from Iowa.
yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go completely the wrong direction on this. No, actually, no. I want to go with someone I mentioned in a previous one. It wasn't him. Is this Ryan Reynolds?
No. Not Ryan Reynolds. Matt, one last guess, and if you have another one, well, let's.
Let me think. I have a guess, but I'm
Well,
gonna
you've each
think
had
if
a
I
guess,
have
so let me
better
give you another
one
hint.
first. Okay, yeah.
He
Okay,
was
fair enough.
promoting a TV show,
I had a feeling it was gonna go that direction.
I believe, that I had to cut out some words, about that related to the film Harvey. He mentioned some similarities to work he had done that I had to cut out. I don't know if that's a good enough hint, but that's where we're at. I can't give away too much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. TV show that relates to Harvey.
2013.
All right.
Don't know a lot of young actors.
TV show 2013, similar to Harvey, where a man sees an imaginary friend.
Elijah Wood.
Hey! There it is. He was talking about the
Wilfred,
show-
right?
Wilfred, correct. He said, haha, yeah, that's not lost to me. When I read Wilfred the first time, I was like, wow, this is like Harvey. Incredible.
Now this is funny because there's another imaginary friends show coming out soon that's showing ads at my work.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's really weird. It's coming on Sci-Fi. It's called Happy. Happy is voiced by Patton Oswalt, and it's the story of a detective gets into an accident, and he starts seeing his daughter's imaginary friend, who is actually trying to essentially get the detective to find the daughter who's been kidnapped.
Okay.
And he's the only one who can help.
Oh, and the show Smilf, right?
No, the show's called Happy.
Not Smilf.
It's not Smilf.
I love the name of that show. Let's see here. Okay, well, anyway, we've got plenty more 5 faves to do in the future. Where are we at on time? I really want to talk about a game I've been playing, but I may have to just tant it for next week. I'll give a quick overview of this game. Matt, have you heard of a game called Hold Fast: Nations at War?
No, but I did see you playing it for a couple minutes before we started recording.
So let me get to the Steam. Let's just hear what the Steam reviews have to say about this game. Unfortunately, I was in a game earlier where some people said some bad words in the chat, which was sad. But I guess that's what you get when you have chat on. Let's see here. This guy is a professional historian in real life, and he says that he liked it. Let's talk about what Holdfast is. So Holdfast is Nations at War, competitive multiplayer first and third person shooter set during the Great Napoleonic era. Charge into battle with over 150 players per server. So it's 75 on 75.
Can I describe it just based on what I saw for 15 minutes?
Yep.
Holdfast is a first-person shooter where Christmas music plays and you shoot each other in the dicks.
Yep. Play any way you want. I would like to say I played some naval battles later, and I really liked the way the naval battles worked. But combat's fun because you're, shooting musket and you have like a 30-second refire rate.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that. That's awesome.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, those because then you have to really think, is this shot worth it? Is it worth the 30 seconds it's going to take to reload?
Yep. Yeah. Or what you do is what a lot of people do who end up playing as the commanders is yell in really bad British accents or really bad French accents for everyone to line up and hold shit or hit the shift button to walk and then march forward, and then they'll say drop to your knees and fire. And when you do that and you get into this group of 15 or 20 other players that have decided to do this, it's awesome because you all drop and then fire at one. There was a moment where there was a guy just behind a tree up on a hill, and he was like, take out that sniper, ready, aim, fire. And then all 20 of us fired at the tree, and just you just see bullets hitting everywhere, and the guy fucking falls and rolls down the hill.
Cool.
And I was like, oh, that was awesome.
Are the guns horribly inaccurate?
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's the way you got to do it.
Big circle to aim at and
it's somewhere in there.
Let me read some reviews here. Some good, some bad. Probably why I heard people yelling the N-word in this as well. Earlier during my stream.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it happened once. That's mostly has been good, fun, positive memeing chat. People there was one instance where there was a guy who in this terrible British accent was telling the men to line up so he could inspect them before we went out to the battlefield, and all of us kind of lined up and we kept spamming the ready arms emote, and so we're all just jerking our guns around while he was walking around us.
Yeah.
And while this was happening, there's a man playing the fife class where you don't have a gun, you just play a fife when you hit the button.
Okay.
And he was crouch walking in circles around us while this guy's shouting British accented orders at us. It was so
I laughed game?
out loud. No, it's $20, which is not bad for an early access game. There are early access issues though, 'cause some of the maps are real bad with choke points. But when I was on the English side, there were people yelling that we had to defeat the bloody Yanks, which was interesting because it's English versus French only in this game. And then he kept saying the Confederacy will rise again, and I think that's where the N-words came from. So, yeah, that's people online.
Okay.
Lovely.
Let's.
Do you think
Like, I had such a positive experience
racism is
before that.
pretty mainstream now. So do you think like all the subversive trolls will just eventually abandon that?
Probably, but like the nice thing about the game is like the voice chat is location area based. So basically, when that guy started saying that, it was really funny too. If you watch on the stream, because this guy yells that, and then like another guy says it in a really weird accent, like clearly like whatever, and like there's another guy who's like, I don't know if I believe in this, and I was like, I don't want to follow this guy, and I ran off, and went somewhere else. Like I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm not going with that charge, because like again, 75 people on a side, like. You could just go anywhere, basically, and go find another group of 10 people to hang around with that aren't yelling, that. And there was a guy who like, it's just good because the voice chat is like, since this positional is so fun and everyone has a mic now. So like literally there was like this guy who was up there and these two guys charged him and he had his bayonet out and he stabbed both of them after like a protracted fight. And he came running back to like the bush that me and a couple other guys were hiding behind. And I was like, nice double kill there. And he was like, yes, sir. It was just good. Like, it's just like half role play, half meme happening at all times. Let me read some.
Do you hear
some
like the
reviews
enemy soldiers too? If you're close enough
Oh,
to
yes.
them?
Oh, yeah. There was a point where we had a bunch of them pinned in a church, and I went around outside, and you could hear them yelling, and I'm like, don't let them in, men! Fix bayonets! Like, and they're like, people charging into the church. It's just good. Anyway, so let's read some reviews here. 1, connect to a server. 2, choose flag bearer class. 3, move forward. 4, switch weapon to flag. 5, turn on voice chat. 6, play the British Grenadiers song through voice chat. 7, get killed by a cannonball. Would play again. So a lot of people just blast music through their chat. Like there was another one where we were taking a hill and this guy came up with a flag bearer and he just started blasting like European house music. And we raced up a hill basically. It was really fun. Be me. See the enemy is charging your position. Some random officer yells at us to ready bayonets. He then proceeds to blast to hell and back through his mic. 10 out of 10. Would die in the preceding melee again. Yeah, it's real good. Do you want to read a really bad review of someone who probably shouted the N-word? No forced women or black people in the 19th century European armies. It's actually true to history.
Okay.
Also, one of the only games where you see 50 people working together. That's true. Listening to a player who assumes the role of commander. Literally anyone can pick that. And they just look different because they have the commander gear. Forming a firing line and marching band, shooting the shit out of the frogs, which is,
French
term
French
French
racial
people.
slur.
Anyway, so
National
it's
slur?
insane. Played the violin. Oh yes, one of the classes on the ship is the violinist. Who just so like you laugh, but like the fifer, when they're fifing, you're more accurate.
It's like a buff. It's like a minstrel in like a MMO.
When the flag bearer is there, you have more health.
Okay.
So, play the violin as our ship was sinking. 10 out of 10. Would relive the Titanic again. Like, it was really fun. Like there was one match where we were, like, playing the naval battle, and it was like, let's get in a dinghy and ride over to the French ship and then tell them how stinky French they are, basically. And I was just like, you smell like doo-doo. Like, and like, just going over there, and then I got shot by a guy who was standing on the ship. But it's just kind of this dumb, like, weird, I don't know how to describe this. Like, it's just, the people that are playing it, I thought it was like, oh, the people are playing this fun, and then that happened tonight where I was like, oh man, there's gonna be shitty people in this. I don't know. But anyway, I had fun. I feel like that your favorite guy, Nerd Cubed, was in a game I was playing. There's a guy who sounded like him who was ordering people around to charge.
We'll see if it comes out as a video.
Yeah, if there's a desert map where he is, as a British officer, yelling for everyone to charge as we all race behind him, then I may have been in that video. Because I thought this game was like a fucking viral success, and I logged on today and I was like, oh, nobody's playing this game, because there was like probably 600 people playing it. But hold fast, Steam Spy. Let me see. I'll probably have more to say because I'm gonna try and play a little bit more. But it's $20.
Does it sound like a game that can run on my hardware?
Maybe.
Depends on how well optimized it was.
Oh,
It
there's a
didn't look
decent amount of sales.
super. It didn't look super graphically intense, but if it's not
50,000.
optimized,
50,000 copies sold. I'm trying to think of, wait, how do you find out how many concurrent users there were?
There's a website for that, isn't there? I don't remember what it is.
I'll find it because I thought it was Steam Spot. It's Steam Charts.
do we
let's see.
want to do?
Average players right now are 320 people. Yeah.
Do we
about
want
when I
to
was
do a
playing it-
ROM of the month for December?
Yeah, we could do one. TJ's got to come up with it.
Do
though.
one. Yeah.
Can I throw into the ring N64's Clay Fighter?
No, because we're N64 is a little harder to deal with for
It's
certain
too
people's
new.
computers.
Okay.
We're gonna stick to 60-bit and earlier.
Was there a
Oh,
Clay
I-
Fighters game for the Super Nintendo?
This is Home
There
Alone
was,
2
yeah.
Lost in New York for the NES.
Let's do that. Can we do that?
I'm
It is
looking
a
at
Christmas
Christmas
game.
themed video games.
We got to pick a Christmas game.
I wanted to do toys. This is quite Christmas.
Okay.
That game sucked too. All these games suck. ROM of the month should suck though.
Is it toys with a Z or an S?
No, with an S. It's based off the Robin Williams movie.
Oh God.
The game is bad.
All right, let's do it though.
I'm decent at it, but whatever.
Let's do it. It's
do
a
that.
Genesis game or a Super Nintendo game?
I think they released it on both. I played it on Super Nintendo,
All
so
right,
that'd be my preferred.
SNES toys.
Man, it's really hard to Google toys game.
I know. It's very generic. Hold
Toys
fast
video game.
averages 250 players at any moment. So there's enough to keep servers full. 2 servers.
Yep.
It's fun though. I really enjoy it just because the voice
Now-
chat is so.
Do I have to watch the Robin Williams movie to understand this game?
No, in fact, the game will confuse you even more.
All right.
But you should watch the Robin Williams movie. It's also kind of bad, and it has which brother and sister do I think are basically the same person?
Gyllenhaal's?
Are you
No,
thinking
no.
of Joan?
Yes,
What's
Joan,
Joan and John.
John and Joan Cusack.
Cusack.
Yep.
Yes.
It's Joan Cusack in that one.
Yeah, she plays a
Okay.
robot person, and it's
Okay.
really weird.
So
That's a twist.
All right, put the fucking credits on. We gotta end. It's a
And I'm
school
going to
night.
make a pledge to you, my people of the internet, that by this time next week, I will have played Doom VFR.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
I'll
cool.
have more hold fast
I
war
saw
stories.
some
I should
some
oh,
gameplay
I
footage.
should
of it.
mention this. So I have started playing, but not streaming, Skyrim for VR.
Oh yeah.
I get sick
Ooh.
5 minutes at a time.
Oh boy.
Like,
Oh,
I
really?
get really sick 5 minutes in. Yeah,
You got to get used
I
to
sh-
that.
I should stream that. Stream getting
Yeah.
sick.
Stream the puking. I just got a notice from my Steam account that John DeGiro is now playing Hold Fast.
What? You can find
That's
me
so
on
weird.
twitter.com, John Danger. Playing games.
Mhm.
Chatting.
Yeah? No,
Yep.
no,
My
John,
website's
just
Born
take
in the
take
80s.
it. Just take it from here on out.
80spodcast.com. Oh, wait, bornintheighties.net. That'd be the easiest way.
That is the easiest way.
You can send us questions, concerns there. Sorry,
Patreon.
I got to get my fife on. Patreon.
We haven't talked about Patreon in probably about 2 months now.
Yes,
So.
I actually post every episode up to Patreon when they come out. So
Yeah. If you don't donate on Patreon and you listen to this every week, you're stealing from children, basically.
No.
You're stealing from TJ's children.
I don't want to guilt anyone into
You're
donating.
stealing
but
from
No.
TJ's baby children.
It's perfectly fine because I can eat my children.
That is true. I have a modest
that's the-
proposal for you, TJ.
Okay. Have you read this book?
Let me give you this pamphlet. It's full of great ideas.
Yes.
Matt, where can we find you?
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Matt Haig Music. I may not actually post there if I'm just horribly depressed with the state of the world, but you can find me everywhere else at Matt Haig Music as well. TJ, where can people find you?
You can find me mostly on Twitter. That's at @MayofMay84. I'm also here on Twitch at twitch.tv/MayofMay. I really want to get back into streaming, but probably simple stuff so I don't have to work on my rig. Beyond that, you can join our Discord by going to the born80s.net website, clicking the Discord link on the left side. And most importantly, you can join our subreddit that I created during this episode by going to reddit.com/r/born in the 80s. Spelled out 80s, EIGHTIES.
Yes.
Our other subreddit is reddit.com/r/foreveralone.
Yes.
And I think I already added the two of you as mods.
Oh, nice.
Matt,
r/never alone. That's me, because I'm a fucking baller.
Shot collar. And John, where can people find you on the internet? Or did you already say? I already
said John Danger.
You said playing the game that you're playing
Hold
right
fast.
now? Fifing? Hold
I'm not fifing, actually.
Okay.
I'm a man.
Well, this has been been a good episode.
End it, you bitch. I gotta kill more fucking Frenchmen.
You're so racist.
I love